Yeah, I want to go ahead and talk about the new Splatoon news. This came out early this morning. I didn't cover it at all for a video today because I was asleep. I slept in today. I'm not gonna lie. I was tired, this morning, so I slept in a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the new Splatoon news. So obviously, we got the announcement today that there is the new special, which is called the Super Chump. If you're tired of enemies camping near your super jump spots, this one's for you. It'll launch decoys that look like super jump landing spots, only to explode a short while later. Is what they look like. Now, I called these in my my video yesterday. I called these happy bomb, or like happy bomb friends, or like bomb friends. I'm still gonna call them that because they do look adorable. But this is what they do in the game. Essentially, you shoot a bunch of them and they will act as decoys to people that are super jumping. But essentially, we have a reef slider replacement in this form, actually reef slider and stamp replacement in the form of the Kraken, and then we have a Tenta missile replacement in the form of the Super Chump. Which I don't know how to feel. I think it's fine. I think the special itself is okay. I don't know. 10 missiles 2.0. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because like, here's the thing, right? If we're getting to the point in Splatoon where we need to actively check whether or not someone jumping is a bomb or not, I don't think this special is going to be that effective. Like, look at the pattern it's in, right? The thing about this special is that it's really only good if someone is super jumping in an area and they are. Well, this does act as cover for whoever's jumping, The downside with this special is that obviously if it's a person super jumping, right, the person super jumping is going to be a little bit offset from the rest of the other markers, right? So like either one of the markers will be either coming in later or sooner, and like while there is some displacement, I feel like it'll be very noticeable when a person is jumping, because obviously, they'll either pop up they'll be the first one to pop up or the last one to pop up, and obviously there has to be a person in that area or for them to super jump to. So I don't know, honestly. Like, this special it's interesting. I've seen a few people say like this is gonna change the way we play the game, essentially. I don't think so, but I mean, the easiest counter to this that I can find is point sensor. Now, point sensor isn't on a lot of weapons, as far as I can tell. Not on a lot of meta weapons apart from Nova, but it seems like if you throw 1 or 2 point sensors in this, special area, whatever you call it, in the radius of the special, whoever jumps, obviously they're gonna get detected because they're gonna be the only person pinged after all the super jumps are finished. So I don't know. So I personally think the special is going to be okay. It's definitely not going to be used the way it's shown in here as like a defensive special that is meant to throw off enemies. That is not what it's going to be used at all. It is literally just going to be used as a spammer, which... Woo! Yay! More bomb spam. Let's go. But apart from that, though, people like Kara have said it's a better design than missile number 3. Them being shootable makes me wonder how good a bomb can be to clear many of these if them could clear most of the field. Essentially, yeah, like, these do look destructible, which is great. Meaning something like wave breaking will probably break them up a little bit, or at the very least, you can shoot them as they're landing. The landing time does seem to be a little bit slow, but I'm not entirely sure. You have people like Gabri, who says decoys have player names on the spot they're going to land on to make opponents think someone's really super jumping there. That's very cool. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys could tell earlier, but yeah, no, these are player names. So I don't know how to feel, because like it's 6 bombs at a time, right? As far as we can tell, it's 6 bombs at a time, which is great. Like, obviously, if we know there's going to be 6 in an area, then if we see a 7th one, then we know that's a person, right? And like a ranged weapon, like, an E-Lead or Squelch or whatever, can obviously counter that. Like, this special is easily counterable. I don't think it's going to be a really big deal at all. I think it's just going to simply exist, and that's it. I mean, it's cool that we're getting a new special, though. I will say it's interesting that we're getting a new special. But then Kara went on to say later on today that if Super Jump and Kraken are going to overshadow missiles and Slider, good. They are better designed specials, and the others aren't on too many weapons anyway. They can get good alt kits. If it's not any slider missile, if it's not and slider such missile gets the sync changes that fix are designed, also good. So essentially, yeah, Kara thinks that, while it can be a missile and slider, replacement, if they're not great, things could change, you know, but who knows? I mean, we still got a week and a half till the season's over. But apart from that, though, I just want to go ahead and cover the new NZAP, which has auto bombs and, like we saw earlier, the Super Chump. So this weapon is literally just mimicking Splatoon 2 counterpart, because that weapon had it had auto bombs and antenna missiles. So NZAP for this game is meant to just kind of mimic, or just essentially mimic the Splatoon 2 version. And the same goes for the new Clash Blaster, which is the Neo, as this weapon has curling bombs and the Super Chump special. So yep, two new weapons, or two returning weapons essentially, that are both meant to replicate the Splatoon 2 variants, which I'm not mad about it or anything. You know, I think it's interesting, but shooter bias definitely there. Now tomorrow we are going to be getting some new announcements, more likely, and I'll try and cover that tomorrow. Try and release a video on that tomorrow as well, or probably Sunday. I don't know, we'll see. Today's, because we're recording this right now on stream. This video is probably gonna go out Saturday. So, but yeah, but apart from that though, the only other news that we have essentially is that the fresh season catalog got leaked, which we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at it really quick. It's not anything too bad, you know. Clothing, we got another Splatoon, we got a Splatoon 1 victory emote, which is great. New clothing, new emote. I'm honestly, the only thing I'm excited really is the emotes. That's the only thing I'm really excited for the catalog here. I'm just excited to see what we get. Was that a Callie Marie one, by the way? There was an emote that no, Rootin' Tootin'. Okay, you know, I will say this: it would be really great if we got emotes that were the idols' poses. Yeah, and then we saw right there the tier 100 for the battle pass for the catalog is a little bell hat, which I don't think it's too bad. I'm honestly only here for the emotes, and I'm probably gonna unlock them all at the same time. I don't know. My only gripe though, right? 4 weapons right now that are all, I think 4 weapons that we know of, that are all mimics of current Splatoon 2 kits, right? Does that mean, since all the kits that are going to be, you know, released in fresh season are going to be returning kits, aside from Charger, I think, does that mean that they're all going to be mimic kits? If that's the case, then that means that we're not getting a brand new weapon at all this season, which is interesting. But I don't know, like I don't know how to feel, because if that's the case, then the Splash-O-Matic could end up still being a problem. I mean, it's still not nerfed currently, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they end up distributing a nerf for Splash-O-Matic going into fresh season, and just a small little tweak to Stamper, I would say. I know you guys enjoy Stamper, but honestly, it not having fall-off damage makes it an extremely strong weapon for chasing down people who are already weak, especially with 70 damage for vertical shot. That's insane. I know, but like I said, let me know what you guys think, and yeah.